Hey YouTube, it's Taki with TaqiTech. Okay, so before we jump into programming, height, weight, hair, eyes, whatever we jump into next, I wanted to kind of get a redesign on our dashboard, our interface here. And one of the things I want to do is go to the data ribbon and go into data validation. Now on the data ribbon, you will notice there are a lot of different choices, and we'll talk about some of these throughout these videos. Data validation, basically like filter and sort, these are for data that's already been entered. Data validation is for data that you are going to enter. And basically what I want to do here is I want to say for like male and female names, I want to make sure that only a number is entered and the number is a whole number, and the number is greater than 0. And I probably will do this for the other categories that we have here that are numeric as well. And the way we used to do this is we would write code in VBA, but fortunately native Excel has given us the ability to do this rather easily without having to write any code. So right off the bat, for these two cells right here, male and female names, I'm going to go to data validation. I'm going to choose a whole number, and the data should be greater than or equal to 0. I'll click OK on this. Now if I don't enter any number here, I don't get an error. Again, I wiped out the number, no error. If I put in -2, I get an error. This is the value does not match the data validation restrictions defined for the cell. If I put a letter R in one of these cells, I get the error message again. One of the other things I could do with data validation is I can customize the error alert. And I could change the symbol, and I'll probably just leave it as stop. Put the title here. Please enter a number greater than, enter a number, we'll just leave it there. And I might put an exclamation mark there, and I'll probably say, do you really want to print no names? I mean, I wouldn't say something like that, but I'm being more sarcastic there. And now if I put an R in here, do you really want to print no names? So now if I put 2 million in here, or whatever, how many this is, you'll see that there's no problem with that. Now we could actually print 2 million names if we wanted to, but we won't do that. The other thing I wanted to do is kind of line things up here with the number. So let me think here. Kind of like where the button is, and I want to keep it there. So I probably will take hair and eyes, because those won't be numeric, ethnicity as well. And I will put those there. And then we're going to have a range for age, height, and weight. So I want to go to the go to the home ribbon, and let's get into our cell borders here. I want all borders, and then I want a thick outside border. All right. And for these cells right here, we're going to basically give them the same format that we gave the other ones. And whole number greater than or equal to 0. And there's a lot that can be done with data validation. We will talk about that in future videos. As well as the next video, we're going to talk about custom lists as we start filling in our lists for hair, eyes, or ethnicity. If we do want to customize that at all, if we want to make all female names with brown hair and green eyes, and that are Asian, we would be able to do that. Otherwise, these will just be variables. So one more thing I want to do here. We go to the developer tab, and we go into design mode. let's adjust the button a little bit. Oops. It wants to run code, and thankfully there's a C there that stopped it from running. So in design mode, when I hit the button, nothing happens. Oh, I lied. Okay, and I guess we got to error correct that as well. All right, let's see here. Let me try this again. So design mode, right click it. Don't click on it because it will actually run, I guess. And if you could just kind of move the button around a little bit. I want to get the button, make the button just look a little bit better here. And let's give this a thick row on the outside. And let me go back to developer. We're still in design mode. Right click on it, click outside so we can get rid of the options. And I'm just going to make the F column just a little bit bigger. And I'm going to move that button over a little bit more. And why don't we do this? Make the G column a little bit bigger. Then I get new area button gets a little bit bigger. So right click on that. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. So this is not actually what I intended to do with this video, but you guys could go ahead and continue to watch. Let's make that H column a little bit shorter here. And let me think here. And maybe I'll just go in here. We'll just merge. No, I'm going to not do that. Alright guys, thanks for holding on there. So, what? We didn't get it off. Let's see here. No border. Just kind of hold tight with me here. I'm going to try to get rid of the border here. Well, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment if you have any questions. And if you like the content on this channel, make sure you subscribe. And in the meantime, I'm going to continue to work on this interface here. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take it easy.